Welcome, everybody. It's another LaFemmeN Podcast. Another Saturday. It is the 7th of March 2020. I hope you're all having a fantastic Saturday. I am joined once again by Info Guy. Would you like to say hi, Info Guy?
Maybe. I will say hi. Info guy.
Thank you for saying hi. And hey, Zombie Slayer 9755. Hey, how are you doing this Saturday? Welcome. Quite a few things happened this past week, but we're just gonna go over it a little bit. We're not gonna go over every single thing, just highlights from the week. First, Monday, Final Fantasy VII Remake demo dropped, and I think like everyone played it. I would think everyone played it.
I feel like that's the major event of the week, apart from the other thing with the whole virus going across the world sort of thing.
Okay, but there's nothing we can do about that. We can't do anything about that, but you played it. I know you played it, definitely. How many times did you play it?
I played through about 3 times. I just tried all the different modes just to see.
And what was your favorite mode?
Just the normal one actually.
Normal.
Classic is fun, but like it doesn't feel very. I think it's because it automatically sets you to easy mode when you play classic.
Yes.
It doesn't feel like strategic really. Like it just feels like you can just bash the attack button and you'll win most fights. Even the boss wasn't too bad. Like you still have to use thunder a bit and whatnot, but it still felt a bit easier than versus the normal. Normal felt like okay, you have to think a little bit where you're gonna do things, which is kind of cool. Because it's not like, from what I heard, like the previous Final Fantasy game was like pretty much just smash the attack button. That was pretty much it. Like this feels like more strategic. And you have to think about your moves and whatnot.
Yeah, because I also played it, as you know, and I was really, really worried that I was gonna suck. I mean, I don't think I did like a great job, but I don't think it was too bad. I think it could have been far worse. I mean, you watched me.
It wasn't that bad.
For someone that's never played Final any.
I saw quite a few replays of like the playstyle. Most people were using the abilities less than you were. They were just spamming the attack button most of the time.
So I didn't do too bad.
Yeah, I used the abilities a little bit, especially when the characters call out to do it, which makes it a little bit more easier.
Yeah, because the thing is with me, I was just worried about the mechanics, because remember I told you that it was the main thing that was worrying me, and I didn't think I would grasp it, although I still have not grasped it completely. I kind of understand it now.
Yeah, it's basically like the attack button is basically like a fidget spinner. It's there to keep you busy. It's and like it does.
That
it
analogy. Why you use a fidget spinner as your analogy?
It's there to keep you busy. Really, it doesn't do that much damage most of the time, and it's just there to keep.
How does a fidget spinner do any damage to anybody?
No, it doesn't do any damage. You just spin there. It's there to distract you. Is what I'm saying. It's there to distract you that you're waiting for the AP bar to pull up. Like you can use it to get the pressured status on enemies. Like you use it like. Especially with Cloud's the super attack mode, where he just like goes bossies.
Yeah.
Like
and,
you can
just,
use it.
Just for everybody, just so you know what bossies means. Bossies, like in South Africa, it just means crazy. Yeah. You want to go crazy. Sorry if you didn't know what that meant.
Yeah, crazy, yes. Well, like I think the more that they lean into that kind of like gameplay, where like they're keeping you busy all the time, basically. So you're not thinking, okay, this feels boring. I'm just pushing my button. You're thinking like, okay, my AP bar is charging up. What ability should I use on an enemy? Where's my other character standing? Is he using all the right stuff? It keeps you going. It's more engaging than the previous Final Fantasy, which was like.
Wait, what previous Final Fantasy? You mean like?
I want to say 15. Yeah.
Are you being MMO. Yeah, but aren't they just using the same story and everything like that from the original Final Fantasy VII? Which, I mean, isn't Final Fantasy VII the most popular Final Fantasy? game?
Yeah, I'm talking about the fight mechanics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because do you think it was a good idea to keep it and give you different ways to play?
Yeah, look, the classic mode is like the closest sort of to the original way how you used to play, because you can just leave your characters and they'll do your own thing and the AP bar will charge up.
I noticed
Which basically exposes like that your normal attacks are just like they don't do much really if you play on easy. But if you play on like normal, then you start seeing there's a difference.
Yeah.
Which is like you have to think of it. But yeah, the classic mode wasn't too bad.
I enjoyed it. As someone that's played it for like I said to you, and you know, I've never played a Final Fantasy game. And even though it was a demo, I mean, to be my first Final Fantasy game to play, I think I picked a good one.
Yeah, well, you can't go wrong with Final Fantasy VII. And this remake's been in the works. I can't remember when they first showed off that tech demo for what Final Fantasy VII could look on the PS3. I think like 2007, I want to say.
Really, so far back?
Yeah, that was when they said they were gonna do a remake. That was when people got hyped because they saw this trailer with redone visuals on the PS3 and was like, oh, are they gonna do like a remake? And they weren't really. They just did it as a tech demo to show off that they can
do it.
Yeah, basically, and like it just never went away. It was like always in the back of my mind, what's happening with that remake thing?
And then it happened, and then everyone went crazy.
Yeah, because people pressured them for like nearly a decade to get them to do it.
But I enjoyed it as somebody that has never played. It's just as a demo. It was a very good demo. I'm very judgy with demos, and it was a very good demo.
Yeah, it's a good first impression of the game, I think. Yeah. Like, that's going to get a lot of people hooked on just that demo.
Yeah. I enjoyed it, and because it's not timed, I like it when demos aren't timed. I don't like it when they time and they give you 15 minutes or 30 minutes to try and get through it. I mean, it just makes you feel like you rushed and you can't enjoy it and take it in. So I'm glad that you can play it multiple times and you can test out the different ways to play as well, which is cool. I mean, and like I think when I was playing this on Monday, I was saying to everyone, like, I miss being able to play like good demos, like the ones that we grew up on, that you would get in the magazines, the PlayStation magazines and stuff, and you would play that for like wherever. So
yes, I remember the wipe up one.
Yeah, I mean, we used to play this for hours. Yeah. Hey Zebo, and hey Maddie, how are you, Maddie? How are you doing today? It's lovely and hot here and very humid today.
Yeah, I can't wait for winter. But yeah,
it's been a rough one today. A real rough one today. Like, if you can hear my fan, if you can hear my fan, I'm sorry if you can hear it. Like, it's really doing much for me right now. It's doing absolutely zero for me, but it's fine as long as I got some air.
It's circulating the air, so you can feel the other hot air from the other side of the room, because that hot air feels lonely by itself for some reason.
Now that you said it was winter, I can't wait for winter as well. And hey, Thunder Phoenix, how are you? Are you at work, Thunder Phoenix? And Maddie, you slayed the 6, okay, Colossi, so all good. How many more are you going to slay today? Jeez. Is it already summer there by you, Maddie? It's really humid. It's the humidity. When it gets so hot that you can't breathe. Or humid that you can't breathe. It's just, that's Cape Town right now. But as we were saying, we're doing good, Zebo. And it's getting warm. Zebo is saying it's getting warm. So I enjoyed it. The Final Fantasy VII Remake. Demo.
Yeah, I think it just makes people more hyped for the actual game when it's coming out, so.
And I didn't think I would enjoy it. So as a complete noob when it comes to Final Fantasy games, I enjoyed it. So maybe, but like I said to you, I do want to play the original on stream, and then maybe one day obviously play this one. But I do want to play the original one first.
Yeah.
Just because.
First one's a lot shorter than I remember, because when I was growing up, it felt like a long, epic journey on 3 different discs. Now, like, you play it on the PS4, it's like, oh, that was like a week and a half.
You said it was really quick. Didn't you get the platinum for it as well?
I remember it being so much more longer and epic, but like, yeah. apparently.
Yeah, but there was school and stuff and homework and
Yeah,
projects, and
yeah,
you had to fit all of that in. I mean,
yeah.
those were the days when you had to just fit in your homework and projects and all that stuff and then play your game. It was not any different now if you have a job, I suppose. You
Yeah.
just don't get homework.
Now you get to buy the games.
Yeah. You don't have to ask mommy and daddy. You can just get it yourself. Maddie, this time I'm expecting temperatures. Oh, wait, you're working in Fahrenheit, right? Please tell me you're working in Fahrenheit, Maddie. Because 47 plus is real hot. Corona also fire in summer, let alone people. Well, we got our first 2 cases in South Africa, so it's got nothing to do with heat. I'm just telling you right now. The coronavirus got nothing to do with heat.
Hopefully, mate. Apparently, summer months will keep it away a little bit, but in winter it will.
Yeah, get worse.
It'll come out a bit more.
Is Zebo wants to know, is it going to be available on PC? Well, Final Fantasy VII the remake, it's going to be exclusive to PS4 for a year, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Will it ever come to PC? Do you know?
If it's coming to Xbox, then it'll definitely come to PC.
So Zebo, more than likely, it'll come to PC.
Yeah.
And you'll enjoy it. Well, I think you would enjoy it. It looks beautiful. Yeah. Thunder Phoenix, are you so excited for it? You're so excited for it, Thunder Phoenix. I know you've been waiting for it. It does look beautiful. It looks very beautiful. I wasn't sure my gameplay of it, but I thought, no, I'm just going to have PlayStation access. Let them do it, because theirs look more professional. my playthroughs, was a bit slow. The pace was slow. And Zebo's crying. It will eventually come out. Don't worry, Zebo. It will eventually come out. Patience, patience is a virtue. Oh, Maddie's talking about Celsius. Dang, Maddie, 47. Jeez. Don't know how you do it. Yeah, I don't know how you do it. Hey, Bethany, welcome, Bethany. And we're not talking about dreams today. Bethany, we're not talking about dreams. We're talking about it. Was it last week? Yes.
Well, she had 2 weeks.
Yeah, Bethany, 2 weeks. We were talking about it. But there's no dream, so nothing to trigger you, Bethany. We won't trigger you. We're just talking about Final Fantasy, the demo. And if everybody enjoyed it, I don't know everybody in chat, if everybody's played it. I know Thunder Phoenix definitely has. But anybody in chat, if you did play the demo, just let us know.
Maybe Zebo might be missing out a little bit.
Yes, also Zebo. Oops. But let us know if you played it and if you enjoyed it. I know Thunder Phoenix enjoyed it, so it's fine. I know Thunder Phoenix. I've booked the last 2 days of work. I'm supposed to be in just to play it. Oh, the joys of being an adult and getting time off to play a game. Those games. And Maddie's very fragile. I just don't go out in summer, always in AC wherever I go. If only we had AC. We don't have that. And Zebo doesn't have a console. Sorry, Zebo. Well,
yeah, think of others before you make big questions to the chat.
I know, wait. And Maddie says I'm very fragile. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know some people have PS4s. Hey, Zebo, we don't have an Xbox or Switch. And we can't, I can't play on PC, so sad face for me. Sad face.
We all suffer somewhere.
Yes,
everyone suffers in
everyone suffers.
Platform wars.
Yes. We don't all have the things that we want. Sorry, Zebo. I'm so sorry. But that face is for us. We can't play on PC. Can't play PC games.
It'll probably look really nice on PC. Like, it really looks like super nice on
I know.
PS4. I can't imagine how it's going to look on PC.
And just so you guys know, I think it was IGN. You should really go check out their video where they compare, was it IGN? Where they compared when they first showed gameplay and what it looks like now. Or maybe it was, no, I'm lying to you, it was PlayStation Access. They showed it. You should see the difference. Just in the shading and how the characters look and stuff. The difference between, like, I think it was 2016 where they showed stuff, or 2017 compared to now. It's a major difference. They've done, like, a lot of work over the last couple of years, so they did a good job, I think. But you should go check that out. Hey Zebo, I had to suffer for a year when the Rise of the Tomb Raider came out on Xbox as a timed exclusive. I had to wait a year and then pay full price on the PlayStation Store. So yeah, let me just see here quickly. Where is... Wait, hold on. Info guy,
Yes?
are you there? Why are you not talking?
Oh, I was waiting for you to go into the next topic.
Oh no, okay, so, moving on. The Last of Us TV series. Was it really announced, or they're just saying that it's in the works? It wasn't really an announcement, was it?
Yeah, it's kind of announced, but it's in the works. They don't just say it if it's not in the works, because apparently it's in the works.
Because the reason why I'm saying that is that apparently some sources at Sony Pictures basically said that the HBO TV adaptation of The Last of Us will replace the film adaptation that Sony previously announced back in 2014. So at the time, Sony announced that Neil Druckmann would write and produce the film adaptation under Sony's Screen Gems movie label. And Sam Raimi, I don't know if I'm saying that right, was also attached to produce the film.
Ooh.
So there was apparently a film announced back in 2014, but now they have this TV show now that they've announced. Do you think it's going to go ahead, or do you think it's also going to be like, well, it's not working, even though they've announced it, it's not working?
Well, they say they have Neil Druckmann on board, and Craig Mazin, the guy behind the Chernobyl series that came out like recently.
Have you watched Chernobyl?
Only a little bit. No spoilers. I don't want to know what happens at the end.
Okay, no spoilers in chat, please. No spoilers of Chernobyl. I don't know because I don't watch. I don't watch it. So
I don't know if you watched history and news. You kind of know how it is.
I know what Chernobyl is.
Yeah, but basically they're both working on it together, so it must be having some traction. It can't be just like in the background, nothing going on really.
So
what do you think?
I mean, I'm glad that at least Neil Druckmann's working on it, and I do know that they also might have a few people that voiced the characters. And I'm not saying Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson.
What are they going to be clickers?
No, well, they said that, you know, like, they should have some part to play somewhere. Even if they're not playing their characters, they should be allowed to be in there somewhere. And most of, you know, the woman that played Marlene, she is an actress, and she's in a show right now called Greenleaf. She could easily play Marlene. She's got the voice. She had the voice for Marlene. She could easily play Marlene. And the woman that played Tess, she's also in a show right now. And nobody else, I think, could play Tess as well as she can. So a lot of people are saying that, you know, they should bring some people in that worked on the game. Not that they have to play their original characters, but it would be cool. I mean, obviously we can't
have them as like a bit of a callback or like
I mean, it's not like we're saying, okay, you know, we want to see Troy Baker as Joel. We'll never see him as Joel that way, as in a physical form, because he's just, Troy Baker's not Joel in that way. He's just Joel's voice. And Ashley Johnson, she's going to be too old to play Ellie. But I don't know.
They could be clickers, and they can just put on makeup.
Yeah, they're more than likely. Like, you know, people want to be stormtroopers in Star Wars movies, so they can hide behind that. But what would you like them, if it's obviously if it is happening, which it surely it is, because I mean, I think Neil Druckmann, they put it on the Naughty Dog Twitter page. I'm sure of it. It was announced there as well. What would you want them to focus on in the show, though? Other than what happened.
They can go, well, what's that year gap between Joel losing his daughter and them starting the actual story? It's like 20 years or something.
Yeah. I think
they can do stuff in between there. That's like a good, nice chunk.
Because in that time, I think, obviously, that's when he met Marlene, because he knows Marlene from the Fireflies, and he knows, obviously, Tess. We want to know how he met Tess. And also, you know, how he handled... Okay, well, we all know he didn't handle Sarah's demise. Sorry, spoilers. I already said it, sorry. You know, he didn't handle it, like, too well. I mean, obviously not, because
Yeah,
And
you can tell
also,
in the game he kind of still has issues with that.
yeah, and
Little,
also,
little ones.
yeah, the stuff that happened between him and Tommy, his brother, because they mention that. Remember, Tommy tells him like, don't push me, otherwise we're not back in Boston. I think he said, or something like that. Something on the lines of that. So obviously something happened between him and his brother as well. So, like you
I
said,
mean, they could literally just pick up after his daughter dies and just see like literally what happens right after that.
yeah, or just they show it like quickly, like they don't do the whole scene of like
Yeah.
him holding her and blah 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 blah. They just start it off like that, like a
Yes.
quick one shot kind of thing. You kind of
Yes.
get the gist of what just happened, and then it cuts to like him straight after that, him and Tommy or whatever happened. I mean that because we don't want to. I don't think chat. I don't know if you want to agree with me on this, but we don't want to see the whole game being played out again in a show. Yes, we want to see bits and pieces, but there's a lot of stuff that we didn't see, like how did the outbreak start? Nobody knows how it started really. It's just at the beginning of the game you see they start having like
Explosion.
and the newscaster woman, and they were talking about like viruses and blah 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 blah, but you never really found out, like they never really say where the virus came from. It just happens. So maybe they can touch on that. Also, wait, Maddie says, I have some trust in HBO and Neil Druckmann, but they better get Gustavo for music or I will riot. Yeah, he has to. There is the woman, apparently there's a woman that makes the music for Chernobyl.
Yeah.
Apparently her music style is very similar to Gustavo's music. So
Ooh.
if he is too busy to do the music, which I highly doubt Neil Druckmann more than likely will want him, but if he's too busy, apparently this woman, she that does the music for Chernobyl already, does a really good job, and their music is very similar apparently.
Yeah, like I mean, like if she like wants to like get a few pointers or like some details of how like what the I don't know orchestral or
Yeah.
music choices that he made, she can always just call him up. Like I wouldn't mind seeing him as like not even an advisor, but like a
someone to just assist, like an assistant, yeah.
Not assistant, but like a co-author
Or something.
or, yes.
Co-music producer, something like that.
Yes, yes, something like that, exactly.
Because, I mean, it's a very distinctive sound for this game. You immediately know when you hear it. Or you can hear when someone's done a knockoff.
Yeah.
You can, because
The
it's
cheaper
just,
version.
yeah, it's very specific. And as Zebo says, I would watch it. The Last of Us has a good story. It definitely does. It's got one of the best stories, I think, in gaming, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think anybody's really seen anything like it prior to this. That gets you right in the heart, like, gets you right there. And
Well, there was Eris dying, but that's another thing.
don't! What if people don't know? Like Zebo.
It's been out for like
Shh.
I don't want to say like 20 years. More,
But maybe, no,
23 years?
Zebo won't know who that is, so it's fine. I hope. And Thunder Phoenix is they decided to make it into a TV series. Well, obviously something happened that it just wasn't working because
it would have been too rushed. There was a movie, eh?
Yeah.
Or what do you think?
It's
too much to put into a movie.
I think I've Thunder Phoenix. We've spoken in your chat as well about games that they make movies out of games and how much we just love them. And I'm saying this in the most sarcastic tone.
They are getting better.
Well,
like,
the Uncharted
game.
They
got the Pokemon movie right. They got the new Sonic movie right.
Yeah, but that's they almost didn't get Sonic right. If we didn't.
Yeah, but they got it right at the end.
If we didn't come out with our torches and pitchforks for that.
They set a good example. They listened.
But those are like with the Uncharted movie that's coming out, I don't know how I feel about that because I've just heard as well that they.
The one with Tom Holland, right?
Yes, because how's this? He's supposed to be playing a young Nathan Drake, but it's not. They are taking elements from Uncharted 4. So I don't know how that's going to work, because he's most definitely not young in Uncharted 4 in the main gameplay. So I don't know what exactly they're going to do with that. I can understand if they said they were taking it from Uncharted 3, but not Uncharted 4.
Yeah, the problem is you have to condense the story and make it still like feel like the game, but you have to do it like, what's the runtime of most movies now? Like
hour and a half.
minutes?
Unless they want to push it like to 2 hours, which is like, that's when you expect like from a Marvel movie or something, when you've really wanted to keep on going. But for a movie that's its first entry, you know, you don't know what you're getting. It could be a risk, you know, going for that 2 hour, 2.5 hour mark, that especially for us, because we love these characters so much and don't screw with them. don't mess them up for us.
So, look, I'm not gonna judge it before I've seen anything. I'll wait for the first trailer. That'll either really bring my anticipation up, or it'll just like, okay, I can forget about watching that movie. So it'll be the difference there.
Yeah, we'll just have to see. Hey, Kaki, sorry I'm missing you, Kaki. How are you, Kaki? And also I just want to see here, Thunder Phoenix says, yeah, by the way, can we have a poll for The Last of Us 2? Why? What poll do we need for The Last of Us 2?
Does anyone want to buy it? Yes. Does anyone want to get it?
Yes. Wait, because The Last of Us might have some story connected dots. Ashley Johnson is also a big actress. Yes and no. I don't think she will play Ellie, as it's a character played by Yeah, no, she won't. Some people mentioned that she might play Ellie's mother, which would be weird because she would sound like Ellie.
So the actress who's going to play Ellie is not going to sound like that, so then it'll be fine.
Yeah, but it's going to sound weird if Ashley Johnson is like Ellie's mom and then talks to her, but it's Ellie's voice, because we all know Ellie's voice.
I'm sure she can make her voice more deeper or something.
I don't know, but it would be really, really weird.
She can just like do a little twist on her voice, just make it slightly different.
I don't know what.
She's a voice actress. She's got experience.
Yeah, I suppose so, but it's just like, it would just be weird, like Ellie talking to her daughter. No, but she. Oh wait, I don't want to ruin it.
You're getting too meta now.
Yeah, no, but she died though. She would never. Okay. Ellie's mom would never talk to her. I just realized that, because remember, she gave birth to Ellie and she died. So Ellie.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so it would never happen unless it's flashbacks or something. So then, yes, okay, Ashley Johnson could play Ellie's mom, which still would be weird though. It would be kind of weird, but it seems like everybody's super pumped for it in chat. Like, are you guys really, really excited for The Last of Us TV series, but HBO?
I think it's gonna. Well, look, HBO don't usually put up nonsense, so it'll at least be of high quality. The problem will be, is it a good story with high quality, or is it a bad story with high quality? Which you can point to the end of Game of Thrones. Like, the end was like high production values, but the story was not there.
Yeah. Thunder Phoenix is saying, will a certain character be alive when the credits roll for The Last of Us 2? Oh, Thunder Phoenix! I mean, we don't know. I just have to say that, just a little tidbit here. Troy Baker did say, during the retro replay on their channel, him and Nolan North, he did mention when he was sitting with Neil Druckmann and Ashley Johnson in that show, he said he actually asked Neil Druckmann to kill Joel in the first game. He actually asked him. So, you saying that now, Thunder Phoenix, I don't know, because if Troy Baker was ready to just give up Joel like that, because he wanted it to have some emotional part.
I mean, it had some emotional stuff at the end already, like, you didn't need...
I know. It like...
Didn't need another punch.
Yeah, you I mean, people got attached to Joel. I mean, like, you can't just kill him off, Neil. Like, what the hell? Like, no, you can't do that, but... Do you think by the end of The Last of Us 2, Info Guy, do you think there'll be the last of Joel? Or
I don't know. We don't know. Look, you don't want to make speculation about something you haven't seen yet, because like this kind of story, like, it could go either way. It's not like predetermined.
And
It's one of those. It's not one of those like cliche Hollywood stories where like the good guy's everything's gonna be fine at the end. It's gonna be like
it's like Game of Thrones. You don't know who's gonna die. I
yeah,
mean,
things can happen.
I just think that I don't know. It looks like it's gonna be extremely dark, much darker than the first. I mean, the first game was pretty dark, but the next one is even darker. You can see it just by the gameplay in itself and the couple of things that we've seen so far. It's gonna be pretty dark, and don't get attached to any characters. And I think Joel is gonna be pretty old. He already looks old.
he was already old in the first Last of Us.
Yeah, it's only been 5 years though. Just take that into consideration. So he's like maybe just reaching his 60s now. So he's old, but he's not like a grandpa, like a grandpa. But
Grumpy as a grandpa already.
Yeah, he can. He's been through a lot. But he, I don't know. And everybody was going on about saying that he was like, it's the ghost or the spirit of Joel that Ellie's seeing. And it's like, no, people, just look at the trailer. You can see that there's shadow effects there for him. And also another character mentions her old man. But at the same time, her old man could be Tommy because Tommy's still in the picture. So we don't know. But if I had to put my money on it, sorry, Joel.
Yeah, he might make it out. He's faced tougher things.
He's had stuff protruding out of his stomach. He's had a rough time. I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
Had one really bad winter.
Really bad. Really bad winter. But yeah, I just want to see what chat is just saying. Ellie's voice is iconic though for us. That so many people won't notice. Yeah, they won't notice. And then Bethy says, I don't care. Bethany doesn't care. Bethany's just chill. And Kaki says, I saw the thing about Neil Druckmann movie script was rubbish. See, I don't know. It could have been, I don't know. Neil's pretty, he looks like a dude that's like pretty specific on what he wants. And he wasn't supposed to direct the game The Last of Us. He wasn't up for it. Somebody else was supposed to do it, and then he had to take the role, and he didn't think he was good enough for it. So for him to be like a young dude that's only been at Naughty Dog for a bit, I mean, not so many years in order to direct a new IP, I think he did a pretty good job. I don't think it was his script. I would think it was something else maybe for the movie. Maybe
no, I don't think the movie was the right format.
Yeah, it just, but just quickly, just swiftly moving on. I just want to say to you guys, all of you know who you want to play as Joel, and that is going to be part of my poll question at the end of this stream and this podcast. Just think about it. But I have one specific person in mind. An info guy knows who it is. More than likely, they won't get him, but I know that's more than likely who people want to be there for Joel. And then moving on very quickly, info guy, what's happening with E3? Pray tell.
It's just getting less and less and less and less. Well, less and less people are going because the creative service company, I Am 8-Bit, recently just said, okay, cool, we're not involved anymore, and they were like brought on as like a new creative team to kind of revamp E3 from the previous years, and they're already gone. So that's new people who are trying to fix things gone now as well. That's now what's Sony and 8-Bit and what's his face, Jeff
Keighley, and also they were all so vague on why. Jeff Keighley, he just said like he didn't agree with what was sort of going on, and I Am 8-Bit, they just said, the company said in a tweet that it pulled out of the show with mixed emotions, which means I mean you can't to try and decipher what that means with mixed emotions. Are they upset because
no, that's like that's creative way to say we had differences, we didn't agree with them, and they were wrong.
Because it says here, the Entertainment Software Association, ESA, organizers of E3, was working with I Am 8-Bit as one of his creative partners, like you said, that was brought on for 2020 to help reinvigorate the show and shake things up. Well, they definitely shook things up by bouncing.
Yeah, well, it's just like another person on the list who's just not coming.
But are you? I mean, they've already got the coronavirus thing, lurking around, and they just saying they're keeping watch.
Oh, look, if it carries on, if the corona thing doesn't disappear in like the next month and a half, I'm saying there's a very strong chance that E3 is not happening this year, like at all. It won't be just Sony pulling out, it'll be like everyone's just not gonna go. It'll be too dangerous.
Because it's starting to look like we might not get an E3 this year. They're sticking to their guns, and they're saying that it's still going ahead, but they're keeping an eye on everything, and they are in talks with the CDC and everything, but as of now it's still going to go ahead. But like you said, if it carries on, this coronavirus, which it looks like it is, I'm thinking we're looking at no E3 this year, people. Do you think it's going to happen?
Well, let's see how things go. I wouldn't make predictions. I predicted there would be a PlayStation meeting last month, and then that happened.
Yeah, okay, but now we're dealing with PlayStation, and we all know that Sony is just leading us on right now, and it's working, because we're talking about them still without any... They haven't had to do much promotion. We're still talking about them right now. We are talking about them. I don't know. I mean, if the Olympics look like they might be cancelled, then you gotta know it's pretty serious.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna be seeing that, then
I don't think I'm 8-Bit pulled out because of coronavirus.
I don't think.
I legit feel they pulled out because they don't like the
creative, way it was either creative issues, or they just weren't agreeing with how they were running stuff behind the scenes. The same as Jeff Keighley. I don't think it's got anything to do with coronavirus, to be very honest, as well. Nothing to do with that. I think it's just they had differences. They just obviously they didn't see the vision, maybe, as these creatives say. They didn't have the vision of what they were trying to...
We'll see what their vision is if there's an E3 this year.
If there's even...
If it's like they described, like, what that behind the scenes stuff described it might be as, it's going to be influencers on the showroom floor trying to influence you to look at a game. Said like a proper presentation, like random nonsense, like social media nonsense like that. Interacting with people online. Yeah.
Is that what they said? Is it on their website?
No, it's not on their website. That's like behind the scenes stuff that I've been hearing.
Is it?
It's rumors.
It's more than likely true then, because why would now this happen as well?
We'll see. Maybe it's not. We'll see. We will see when E3 pops around. If it pops around this year. But maybe the whole 2020 might just be cancelled or delayed. So
the whole 2020.
We'll have to wait till next year.
But and Bethany says the virus will probably last for a good long while yet, but 99% of people will be fine. I mean, it's like
97% of people.
Right now, yeah, 97%.
Because that has a kill percentage of like 3%. So yeah, 97% will be fine. Just like the 3%.
Yep. As long as you're all good, and just keep on washing your hands, people. Just
hands away from the faces.
Yes, hands away from the faces. Masks, don't do anything unless you're actually ill with it.
Yeah.
So just keep your hands clean. We're doing a PSA yet again. Don't know why. We just care about you, okay? We care about you, people. That's why we say this. But and then also Kaki says E3 isn't as relevant as everyone can do a direct and control the message better. That's also true, Kaki. And seems like each company is going in that direction, which is, I'm okay with that. It's better than sitting around listening to them talk about other things when you just want them to show a trailer or just tell you what's going on.
Get to the point.
just, yeah, so I don't mind it. But yeah, so that's what's happening with E3. If it's ever gonna happen, we don't know. And this week as well, something else was revealed. Ghost of Tsushima, a story trailer, was released this week. Was it on Thursday? Or was it yesterday? When was it?
It was on Thursday. I think it was on Thursday.
So, what do you think from seeing it?
I'm a little bit more interested in the story now, at least a little bit.
Are
Like
you?
the whole, yeah. Like before it was like vague, like okay, stuff is going down in Tsushima, the Huns are coming to attack, but you don't really get any backstory of the character, and you're not like, okay, so why is he on this whole I'm a lost samurai kind of vendetta story? Is he just like doing it for funsies, or did something actually happen, or what? This story trailer adds a little bit of like, okay, so that happens, so this is what and this is why it's called The Ghost of Tsushima too.
Yeah.
Like, nice. It's all coming together. It's like they planned this or something.
And do you think it's I mean, chat, are we excited about Ghost of Tsushima? Or are we just, we'll just see how it goes? Because, I mean, will it be the Assassin's Creed game Ubisoft never got around to making? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that Assassin's Creed game that everybody wants with, you know, samurai and ninjas and everything, like, it will be the last. I always say this will be the last Assassin's Creed game because they'll make so much money off of it because they know people want it. But from me watching it, I feel so bad saying this. It just looked, when I saw the first trailer of it, I know it was a cinematic and everything, but it looks so much more vibrant and prettier and stuff. But I mean, I shouldn't focus on that, the first thing that I saw. Because obviously, I mean, if I'm looking at it now, it looks kind of pretty. I'm sure it will look much more prettier and cooler in front of you when you're actually physically playing it, as opposed to watching, you know, a trailer, I suppose. It looks interesting. I mean, is it your cup of tea? Do you think you would be into it?
Yeah, I think I would be. Maybe, but I have to wait for review scores. Like the last game I played from Sucker Punch was Infamous. Yeah. I think that's the last game they released, actually.
Really?
That was like, yeah, it was like the beginning of this generation.
So
I don't remember anything I don't remember anything in between.
2014?
Like, it was, it was like Infamous and then that DLC. That was it.
First Light.
It was
First Light, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm just looking, like, and everybody in chat can see it as well, like, on the screen. I'm just playing the trailer. It looks good, and I listened to it and everything. The story does, like you said, it sounds interesting, and you want to find out. So, I hope it does look a bit better on when you're actually physically playing it yourself. And also, I would also want to see reviews first. And also, is this the first time they're announcing the date? June 26th.
Yeah, they said they gave a general time frame last year. This is like the actual date.
So it's official. Yeah. Hopefully this one also will not be delayed. We hope.
They haven't. Oh, okay, it's been like 50-50 really.
Yeah, this year it's been 50-50. It's only March and everything's been 50-50.
Yeah.
Like
the year of delays.
Yeah, and we can't put anyone to blame because stuff is going on in the world. You can't blame anyone. But I mean, I just want to see anybody. It will probably be fine. I won't play it though, Bethany. And everybody else, it does say some gameplay mixed with cinematics though. No, it won't be delayed, so I only need to rush these games out. It'll probably be delayed, Bethany says. Rush games are bad. I hope it's not going to be... I hope it's not going to be delayed. It's just because it's been the year of delays. But I don't think so.
Nah, they've had a long time working on it, I think.
Yeah.
Like it's probably just polish and whatnot. At the most, maybe it gets delayed like a month or two.
Yeah, because
for whatever reason.
It's April, May. It's about another 3 months. Another 3 months to go. They still got time. But I don't know. I'll see. I'll also have to watch gameplay of it as well and just see if it's like my vibe. Although I always say that I'll play a game once. Always. If I have it, I'll play it once.
Well, I mean, like the PlayStation 4 is kind of towards like last year where it's going to be a platform by itself.
Yeah.
And get replaced by the PS5. It's going out with a bang. It's got Last of Us 2. It's got Ghost of Tsushima, got Final Fantasy VII.
And also,
Good.
Thunder Phoenix is the best trailer so far for it. Interesting.
Yeah.
So okay, do you agree? You
Yeah,
agree
I
with
would
Thunder?
definitely agree.
Okay. Why?
It's
Because
got me way more interested than those others. Trailers they weren't bad. They were just maybe a bit too like vague.
yeah.
And the action was like very like old like samurai movie kind of action. Like they stare at each other, wait to make that one slice.
So okay, so I don't know, Thunder Phoenix, is that the selling point also for you? Not selling point, but telling you like, okay, this is why this trailer is good, is because they just went a little bit more in depth with the story, or did it just look good to you, Thunder Phoenix? I just want to know, because I want to gauge like from people, like, is it just because they showed more of the story and not so much action, and that like gripped you in? Because I know some people are just for action, and then some people also for the narrative of the game, and because you got different kind of gamers. Some of them just want to play it for the action, and some people want it for the action and the story, and some people just want story.
Yeah, why not both? This trailer has story and action.
And Thunder Phoenix also says, all I need is to meet Tom Cruise in it, and I'll be happy.
Oh yeah.
Tom Cruise.
The Last Samurai.
Yeah, the Last Samurai.
With the Ghost of Tsushima.
And
it could be the Last Samurai versus the Ghost of Tsushima. Ooh, that would be epic.
And also, when you look at the next few months, we have some great games: Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Last of Us 2, Ghost of Tsushima. So yeah, we've got quite a few games coming out this year, so it's fine if things are delayed. And I mean, The Last of Us is one of those delays, and it's still coming, like, I think it's September. I can't remember. I think it's September. I don't know. And Zebo says, it took me back to when I did a school project last minute. Not good memory. And Kaki says, the RE3 remake story has been denied, by the way. They got it wrong. You can't get into safe rooms.
Yeah, like that. I was worried about that because, like, technically it's not a safe room anymore. If you can do that.
Apparently we'll get to that. We are gonna get to that, Kaki, because that was something that came up in the last like day or so. I'll get to that now, and I'll tell you why that came up as well. But while we move swiftly on then to get to that, another game that was also just randomly
your favorite
announced this
of all
week.
Time.
Don't say it's my favorite. It's just one of. It's not my favorite.
A game you could never forget.
Definitely. Oh, very funny. You can't forget it. This one, I was not expecting. And Amnesia, Rebirth. Who knew? Hey, guns. It's 10 years. It's literally 10 years after the release of The Dark Descent. Frictional Games returns with Amnesia and its Rebirth. Yes.
You're gonna have to explain to me like what's going on with that.
First and foremost, it's a brand new character. What everybody's looking at now. This is just introducing the new character, female, and I want to say protagonist, but I use that word lightly with Amnesia because of what happened in Dark Descent. You can't really tell if your character, there's certain choices that you make, and your character might be the antagonist as well. So I'm that's why I'm using protagonist very, very loosely right now. And the character's name is Trianon. It's really hard to say.
Trianon.
Yeah, it's really, really a weird name.
Trianon.
Yeah. And apparently, just by the way, this game will be released both on PC and PS4.
That's nice for everyone.
The summer of this year, they said. But not our summer, the other side of the world summer. So our winter.
Northern Hemisphere summer.
Yeah, our winter. Their summer. And apparently, the character is trying to survive a deadly creature stalking her in the Algerian desert. And this creature apparently feeds off Trianon's terror, and players must be careful not to breathe, lest they alert the hunter.
A game where you don't have to breathe. That doesn't sound fun.
So, what they've brought from the first Amnesia game in the Dark Descent is that place is mentioned. The Algerian desert is mentioned in the first game. So
What's
there
the
might be
significance of the Algerian desert?
it's got to do with this orb that you're trying to put together.
Yeah, there's always an orb.
And you read all the notes from Daniel, who's the guy that you play as, and also once again use it very loosely. Protagonist of the game, not really. It depends how you go, what choices you make. You've got 3 different choices at the end of the game. So, but 2 of them I think is pretty evil. Anyway, so it is mentioned in notes during the Dark Descent, Algeria. So, and what's to do with this orb and everything like that. What the orb does, nobody really cares.
No, you
need to get the bits.
Wow.
You need to get the bits together to put this orb together so that you can take down the dude that's supposed to be the antagonist in the game, the Dark Descent. But as you play along, you realize that maybe your character is just as bad as the other character. So, what they're trying to say is that, you have to be careful not to breathe lest, when you're being hunted, which is a scary thought, because in the Dark Descent, you also all you have is a lamp, an oil lamp, and you have to find tinder boxes throughout to light your way so you don't go insane, because your sanity drops if it's too dark. So I don't know if they're going to bring that mechanic back with her, because it looks like you're not in, because it was set in, the Dark Descent was set in this big castle-esque kind of place, whereas this one looks like it's outside. So it looks very...
Like open world-ish?
Yes, it looks, from what I've seen, it looks very, it's not indoors like the Dark Descent. So I don't know if you're going to be lighting things up, if it's going to affect if you see enemies, because if you looked at enemies in the Dark Descent, it messed with your sanity as well. You couldn't look at them, otherwise it messed with that, and then you had to take this weird drinking stuff, potion thing, whatever, to make you come right again. But you couldn't look at enemies, and if you were in the dark too long, you also went insane. So I don't know if they're going to have those same mechanics. I know it sounds bad. I don't know if they're going to have those same mechanics. But it did make it very...
Well, maybe they'll have versions of it.
Yeah, it did make it tense.
I'm trying to think of what you can do with not breathing. Do you hold your breath? Does it have a countdown timer, or do you have to hold it at specific points, or what?
Yeah, I don't know, because there was quite a few games that came out that you had to... I think it was one of the main ones was a PC game. I think it's only a PC game. Welcome to the Game, where you have to hack and get into the dark web or deep web or whatever. And there's a assassin guy that comes after you. Looks like Hitman, basically. And he is Hitman. But you need to hold your breath in that game, because you have to hide away from him. And it uses your microphone. So if you have a mic in your headset or something like that, while you're playing the game, if you breathe, he can find you. So I don't know.
Oh, that sounds fun.
So I don't know if they might use that mechanic. They could. I have no idea. But it looks interesting to me, and I more than likely will be looking into it. I don't know. I did enjoy Amnesia as much as I was tense and everything like that. It had a good story. You wanted to find out what was going on, because it was just so crazy. So, and Bethany says, they won't work on me. I'm already insane. Your character basically feels like they are insane, and somewhat you do think that they are insane, and then they still make you think that you are insane. And yes, Zebo, it will be coming to PC, so that's something for you to enjoy as well. And guys, sorry I've missed you. Sorry, info guy, say what you want to say.
No, that's just carry on.
And also, wait, Ellen Page will play Ellie. No, Ellen Page, she's guns. Ellen Page will look so weird. She doesn't. She's too old now. Yes. She's way too old. Ellen Page can't play Ellie. It just would look so weird. I know you want it, but no. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. He's laughing about it, so it's fine. So I mean, yeah, that's the gist of Amnesia, and I'm looking forward to it because Frictional Games, as all of you guys know, I'm playing Soma right now, and that's one of their games as well. And it's more tense. It's got its horror elements, and I mean everybody in chat knows. I've had my couple moments. I haven't been wooing all the time, but it does get pretty tense, and you have to do a lot of stealth, and you have to be patient, like basically like Amnesia. But it's I enjoy the story because I don't know what the hell is going on, but it's interesting, and it makes you want to come back. So Frictional Games do a really, really good job at that, as opposed to like Red Barrels that play like Outlast is just too much. Outlast is even though it's the same thing where you know it's survival horror and you actually don't have anything to basically fend off any enemies. You're basically helpless. I prefer Frictional Games' approach to it than Red Barrel's approach to it. It just, I don't know, they just did it in a very clever way. So I wouldn't be, it will be a hit. I think it would be a hit, honestly.
Yeah, well, it's been how long since the last Amnesia game came out? Like
10
quite
years.
A few years.
It's 10 years. They said 10 years. So
not from the first one or the second one?
The first one.
Oh,
Since the first one, yeah. So
wasn't the second one something to do with pigs? Or
yeah,
something?
Machine for Pigs. It was created by another company, but Frictional Games they backed it up.
Okay, so it's 10 years after the main kahunas did it.
Yeah, and they had Justine as well. Justine was done by Frictional Games, but Machine for Pigs was done by another company. But yeah, Frictional Games gave them the go ahead to use the Amnesia name in it. Because it's part of the a collection, the Amnesia collection, so it gets the Amnesia stamp of approval. So
yeah, we always need that.
And Maddie says Outlast is famous kryptonite. I can't. It just, you know what? I will play it again, but you guys, I will play it with. You know what it is? It's just the atmosphere. If I'm listening to freaking Eye of the Tiger playing in the background, and I'm roaming the halls, I promise you I will not have a problem. I literally want to put that theory to test. That it's just the music. I don't know. Infoguy, you played it a bit. Do you think if the music changed and the atmosphere wasn't what the atmosphere is?
Well, you wouldn't really be playing the game because that's how the people who made it intended it to be played, which is with you listening to that music. So
I know, but I'm just
technically playing the game.
I just want to see if that theory works. I don't know.
You feel more brave with Eye of the Tiger playing in the background.
Wouldn't you feel better having that playing in the background than rather you're dum 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 like?
You can always. It's a test I'm willing for you to do on all our behalves to find out.
I mean, I more than likely, you know what? When it gets to winter time again and it's not so hot and everything, I might test it out again. Just remember, guys, I played it in the dark. Just by the way, for all of you doing that 12-hour stream, I was in the dark. It didn't help, and it was the first time I played it. But maybe one day I will play it for you guys. Not a 24. I don't think that game is long enough to play for 24 hours. But maybe, yes, you guys might get it. But moving on from one horror genre to another. Yes. What we were talking about that was brought up by Kaki. The infamous Resident Evil 3 Remake. So, Nemesis can break into safe rooms now. So this was reported by IGN and a couple of other gaming sites as well. And the latest, where they got their source from, it was from the latest issue of official Xbox magazine revealed the terrifying new detail after a hands-on session involved the sprinting, tentacle-fisted menace breaking into a room where the player had been attempting to enjoy a moment of respite. So it might have just been a glitch. We don't know. But that's where it's come from. I don't think it's fair to have Nemesis breaking into the safe room.
I mean, like I don't know, if you do a certain thing badly, like maybe you can. I don't see it like always being a thing. But apparently it's if it's a glitch, then it's fine. Back to safe rooms being normal.
Because, I mean, that's the only legit, from playing Resident Evil. I mean, that's the only place to even play that nice mellow music when you get to the safe room.
Oh, well, no, that's just to catch you off guard. That's all that is for.
But can you just imagine Nemesis just like,
Maybe it's like a one-time thing. Like it only happened once.
No, because he chases you the whole time. Once he is there, he's there, and he's relentless. It's like I'm showing us some gameplay now. It should be some new gameplay that some of you in chat are watching. They're just comparing the original to the remake and what they've changed and everything like that. And you guys can't hear it, but I've watched it and I've listened to it, and they've said Nemesis is legitimately after you constantly. You do not have a moment of time to breathe or anything. He's worse than Mr. X, and everybody thought Mr. X was pretty bad coming after you in Resident Evil 2 remake. It's pretty hard. Like I mean, I don't know if you watched the Easy Ally guys play this during their their stream that they do in the summer. What is it called?
Oh yeah, the one where they go to the thingy house.
Yes, that one. Oh gosh, they call it something. I just know that they made Damiani play Resident Evil 3, the original one, obviously. And I mean, he was having a hard time.
Ooh, check the latest news coming in from Kaki Horror.
What is Kaki saying? I just want to type something to Bethany. What is Kaki saying?
Well, it looks like some of us will be able to sleep a little easier at night now. It turns out the official Xbox magazine actually misreported this, mistaking the room they were in for a safe room. Capcom has now confirmed that the Nemesis will not be able to break into a safe room.
Yay!
End of controversy.
So it was somebody got it confused.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So that basically debunks that.
But now I kind of want that mechanic to be in there.
Why?
Not all the way, but like a fake safe room, like where you think you're safe, but you're not actually safe.
You know what?
And there's ways to like tell that it's not an actual safe room, like fake things that would normally be in a safe room.
You know what? You saying that now. Actually, guys, just Kaki and everyone in chat, I wouldn't be surprised if Capcom actually put that in as like a thing. With Uncharted 4, when the demo was on and it glitched. I don't know if you remember that at E3 a couple of years ago, and Nate was standing there. It was I think in Madagascar, and it was a live demo and everything like that, and Nate just stood there, and they were like, okay, what's going on? And it was for like a good couple of minutes where they realized, okay, wait, the game is glitched out. So that became like a trophy in the game. So in Uncharted 4, if you stand in that same spot where Nate had his little moment, you actually get a trophy for that. They made a trophy in it, and it's called it's Stage Fright. It's called Stage Fright. The trophy's called Stage Fright because
in action makes sense.
So now you saying that, I wouldn't get it past Capcom if they actually do troll players and actually do that and make you believe one safe.
That's the best thing to do in like scary games. Is like you make something that usually is safe, and you kind of mess with the expectation that it's safe, and then like you take that away when they least expect it. Then we'll get proper scares.
Yes, so if Bethany says that does sound like a good idea. I wouldn't get it past Capcom. I think they would actually try and pull a stunt off like that. It would have been. Maybe they do it. It would be awesome to see if they put it in there. Because why not?
Yeah, just for
like, funsies.
Just once or twice. Not enough to like really mess up the player, but like just enough to like.
Yeah, and give you
get you on the back foot.
Yeah, and maybe give you a trophy. That's funny, kind of like with Nate's thing, kind of funny like with that, like, something along the lines of that.
Yeah, if you find the fake safe room, or you figure out how to not use it, and you figure out that it's a fake safe room before you go in, or something like
Or
that.
something. They make you think that you're going somewhere, but you really haven't. Oh, wait,
Yes.
and Gun says the controller died when they did the demo. It wasn't glitched, the controller died. That's really bad, though, if it was with the controller dying. Surely they have a backup controller. My goodness. They are not naughty. They are Capcom. But I wouldn't mind seeing something like that. Don't be surprised if you guys see that pulling up. Like a trophy.
Or maybe the idea's in their head now. I was like, maybe we should.
We've got time. Maybe we could just add a little something in
Yes.
here. But yeah, I think it's. I mean, you could have given them a great idea now, info guy. You've given them maybe a brilliant idea that they have.
Well, it's fine.
I swear, if it happens, everybody just remember this day. Just remember what info guy has just said now. And while we're just talking a little bit of Resident Evil and everything like that, I just want to do a poll quickly. And going back to The Last of Us.
Yes.
Info guy.
Yeah.
Who would you want to play Joel? In
Who
your
would I
mind.
want to play Joel?
Yes. Who do you think would play him the best? And I mean, obviously, it can be
The best.
It could be anyone. It can be anyone.
Could be anyone.
Yes. It can be anyone. If you could have your pick.
Someone grumpy.
Someone old and someone grumpy, but not too old.
Yeah, can't be too old.
Because everyone in chat, I'm putting it to you. This is who I would want, but I know I'm not gonna get. But this is who I want. Should Hugh Jackman play Joel in the Last of Us TV show? I know it won't happen, but if it was a thing,
That's not much of a choice. It's like yes or no. Hugh Jackman. Like I thought there was gonna be a variety of people.
I can't. I mean, you can't. No, I just want to know Hugh Jackman. But who? Okay.
That's not much of a choice though. You can't
Well,
just like
look,
sitting at
guys,
that
put
poll
there.
for, like,
Check.
sitting at
Look.
poll for just like okay, you can either pick all these people to play. Okay, only Hugh Jackman though.
But look, I'm asking in chat though. I don't know who else could play Joel. The only person I can think of is Jackman.
I mean, I can see where you're going with that, but like, it's too similar to Logan, man. It'd literally be like a repeat role. Like, then he would be typecast forever, and you couldn't do anything else.
Give me a name, info guy. Give me a name. If Jackman's not good enough, and then Maddie says, is it Nikolai? I don't know if I'm saying his name right.
Maybe a Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin? Oh wait. Maybe.
With a beard. Imagine with a beard.
Maybe. I can't. Am I saying his name right? Is it Nikolai or Nikolai?
Who's Nikolai?
Isn't he the guy from Game of Thrones?
Oh, that dude. Yeah, he could maybe do it.
Guns. Mr. Bean can play Joel.
Mr. Bean with a beard.
Oh my goodness. Can you imagine Mr. Bean?
No, I can't actually. That would be too weird.
Just give it to one of the kids from Stranger Things. Why, Kaki? Why? Oh wait, John Cena. Kaki says John Cena. Why John Cena? Because you can't see him.
Yeah.
Really?
He's in every movie, don't you know?
They also mentioned... Jeez, my face is so red. They also mentioned a guy from a show that I don't watch either. I think it's Vikings? I don't know.
Oh, which dude from Vikings?
I don't know which dude. I think it's a dude from Vikings. Oh, wow. Wow. We've actually got a tie.
Yeah.
Oh.
You force your opinions on others.
Wow.
Now you play the
So should Hugh Jackman play Joel in the Last of Us TV series? It's a tie between yes and no. Wow, guys. Wow. Just wow. Okay, that poll is bust.
Wow. That's democracy in action, never.
Yeah, I suppose it is democracy.
You said you're gonna give us a bunch of choices. You gave us like one.
I don't know. I mean, I just see Hugh Jackman doing it, but I know it's not gonna happen. That is the dream Joel. If that makes any sense. Like if you have a dream.
I mean, like
Joel,
if they got Hugh Jackman, it'd be a huge sign-in for the deal, and we know he could do the role.
I mean, I know it's not gonna happen. It's he's too much of a big star to do that. I
I mean,
highly doubt.
there's a lot of talent Hollywood that could do it. I think it's not just like one person. There's no like, okay, that person is the absolute perfect Joel. I don't have anyone in my mind that's like, if I'm honest.
No, I know, and they just have to get the characters right, because gamers are very iffy about what they do with our characters. They don't. Like The Witcher did really well. Do you think that they cast? I mean, I haven't watched it, but do you think the
Henry
cast?
Cavill. Yeah, they cast him right.
But with all
See,
the
but
characters,
the thing is, like Henry Cavill, like he really wanted to do that role. Like he petitioned to get that
I
role.
know, because he's a big
And
nerd.
he's like, he's a huge fan.
He's a nerd. Just say it. He's a nerd.
Yeah, you can call him that.
He's
one
of us. He's one of us. So, just by the way, The Witcher is one of us. But yeah, but just not even just him, like the whole cast. Do you think that they did a really good job at casting all the characters, or is there anybody in there that...
like most of the cast is like spot on. Like the guy, I can't remember his actual character name in the show, but the guy who plays the character Dandelion, but it's a different name in the actual show. The guy they got to play him is like spot on, perfect. How Dandelion is, like, pretty much exactly I would imagine how he was in the books.
And Zebo, don't worry. You can just tell us what you want to vote. You can just tell us in chat what you wanted to vote, a yes or no.
But maybe it's a secret ballot. You can't just force people to get their votes out of them like that.
It's not a secret. I suppose it is. I'm sorry, Zebo.
You're working against democracy here.
It pops up at the top of the screen. Sorry, Zebo. There's a poll at the end of every show, so if you're here next week Saturday, you can take part in the poll then. It'll pop up.
You'll be forced to choose one of LaFemmeN's choices, not everyone else's.
I just thought of something. I mean, jeez. I just thought of one little thing.
Yeah,
everybody said no, but everybody said
your way or the highway.
No, but everybody said in chat who they wanted anyway, so it makes a difference. It makes a difference. I don't know who they want.
I think that poll was rigged just a little bit.
It wasn't rigged. I just wanted to know, if you could have Hugh Jackman, would you want him? I just wanted to know. Some people don't.
I wouldn't say no to Hugh Jackman. I would say you
50% said no. So
yeah, well,
there we go.
Forcing your opinions onto other people. If you put like a list of people there, maybe Hugh Jackman would have been like, that sounds perfect. They would have voted. But now, since you you only have this choice really, so just go along with it. You kind of forced everyone to rebel against you a little bit. Sorry, sir.
That's fine. They can rebel. They know where the butcher's limb cupboard is.
Yeah.
All of you know where it is.
At all.
But yeah, no, I mean, they just need to get the characters right. I mean,
yeah, I think they'll get it right. But like HBO is like good quality. They usually don't make nonsense.
You hope.
Like even the bad stuff is good. If that makes sense.
Tom Cruise can play Joel. Oh no. You think over Hugh Jackman? Can you imagine, Guns? Do you know how much they would have to pay for Tom Cruise? You think Hugh Jackman's too big?
Yeah, I think that series would be a Mission Impossible for Tom Cruise.
I think they will go, obviously, for stars that act in TV shows, and we're not going to get any movie stars that we wish we could get, but it's fine. I'm sure, like you said, they will do a good job. Well, they better do a good job. You can't.
Yeah, they will. I'm sure they will.
Yeah, because these characters.
They got the creative rights and everything, so it's fine.
Yeah, because these characters mean so much to everyone.
You'll steer the ship right, I'm sure.
Oh my goodness, they're asking you to ban Kaki and Bethany. Why do you guys want to ban each other all the time?
Ban wars.
They just want your ban wars all the time. And Zivo, I want Jackman or that guy from the Far Cry commercial. Who's the guy from the Far Cry commercial? Zivo?
Oh, from like Far Cry 3, I want to say. The guy who's crazy. No. Or which Far Cry commercial? You have to be specific.
Yeah, which Far Cry commercial, Zibo? Now we want to know. What? Because there's so many Far Cry games. It can't be Far Cry 5. Because was it John Cena?
Don't see him in
Khaki.
everything though. You just don't see him. He's always there though.
I'm doing the thing that he does. But yeah, guys, I mean, that's all the stuff that we can cover for this past week that, caught our eye. I mean, obviously it's not everything, but it's a few things that caught our eye this week. We don't know what's going to happen next week.
Hopefully we get an announcement of a console from a non-specific person who hasn't announced a console, even though they've been hinting since last year.
The name that shall not be mentioned.
And I don't want to jinx it by saying their name.
Don't do it. Don't say it. We're all thinking it. You don't have to say it. We all know what it starts with. So
it's something that rhymes with claymation.
Yeah, okay, now I got it now. Sorry, I was reading also Kaki's thing. No, Sony are gonna do the Apple thing, and then where is our Corona updating safety tips? Wait, you guys really?
We did one already.
Yeah, we kind of wash your hands. We said that. Don't bother with masks.
In the beginning already.
The PSA has been done, Maddie. The PSA has been done from both of us.
Yes.
It's done.
You got your
Corona fix.
Yeah, for the week.
Yeah. So we don't know what's going to happen this week. Hopefully it'll be something interesting. This week wasn't too bad. This week had some stuff. So
hopefully no more new Corona news next week, hopefully.
I highly doubt it. I said that last week and I'll say it again. Corona will come up. Virus. Not the beer. Coronavirus. I need to be COVID-19. Okay? Will be coming up. More than likely, I think we'll have more things that are going to be cancelled and or postponed.
Yeah.
So just look out for that because it more than likely is going to happen. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for being awesome in chat and giving us also details in chat of things that we also don't know. So we appreciate it. Like I said, like at the end.
Keeping the news honest.
Yes. And keeping us in check as well, because we also, things change in a matter of minutes with gaming news as well. It can happen. So thank you, like the Resident Evil thing as well. Thank you for telling us about that, Kaki. But yeah, thank you so much. We appreciate it. We'll be back next week. Same time. It's usually in the evenings that we do this. Fingers crossed we won't have any load shedding or anything, touch wood. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and we will catch you all again next week. Have a good Saturday wherever you are. Chill, relax, and info guy.
Have a good one. Have a good weekend.
And
don't go heavy on the Corona.
Take it easy on the Corona, guys. But thank you so much. We appreciate all of you for coming through and giving us your little tidbits and everything. And we will catch you again next Saturday during our next podcast. Have an awesome one. Much love to all of you. And we'll see you next Saturday. Bye.
Bye.